All right, welcome back. Today we are continuing our Unreal Engine behavior tree work, and I have an enemy now in our gray box level here. When we walk over here, an enemy spawns and they start to chase me, and we can put them out of their misery there. Now, no one else is chasing me, but if I go over here, we'll spawn another enemy. He can't see me, but if I go around him, yep. Alright, he has... I think he has died as well. Okay, and then I guess they still try to find you, but we'll work on that piece. And then there's another enemy over here. We can go up this, jump down, and the enemy doesn't know what to do, and then... Alright, and then the level resets. Okay, and all that currently is being done with this kind of AI setup. So we have an enemy base class, which takes the AI controller, AIC controller, and then we have the AIC, which is the AI controller. It runs the behavior tree, which is this BT enemy, and it has this other bit of code, which is kind of right out of the like the documentation tutorial on Unreal's documentation, which is pretty good. I did skip a few things in their documentation. They had this something with like a timer. I'm gonna implement that when I kind of understand it more, and also I'll probably need a timer to reset behaviors and things like that. That's kind of what I suspect is what they're trying to do there. So, but anyway, this works just fine without all the complexity of an extra timer for now. Yeah, so that's what the AI controller does. It has this AI perception on it, which does a lot of things, including I had to add this site config. Actually, that's something I should take I take screenshots of things and have like a note file that I use, so I will take that, copy it, and I'm just going to write in my notes to add a site sense to the AI perception. Okay, because there's a lot of steps to make AI properly in with behavior trees and stuff. So things to keep in mind, like all the different steps, so I don't have to keep looking up YouTube videos or blueprints. I just have kind of a running file of things that I've done before to kind of speed me up. So also I think note-taking helps you remember stuff, so maybe I won't need to look it up. Okay. Yeah, so we have that. We have this sense here. I don't think I played with any of these, but like the peripheral vision of the enemy is actually 90 degrees, so literally they can see to the side of themselves. So that's why that one enemy picked me up as soon as I got to their side. Another thing here, we have a couple variables, and this is inside a Blackboard. The Blackboard is it's the one piece of the behavior tree that I feel like has a little bit of kind of behind the scenes magic to it. It kind of wires itself in, it feels like, somehow. So, but you can create these keys, and the keys have some basic value types, right? So like our actor is a object, the target is an object, but then I can make a base class of actor for it. Has line size, just a Boolean value, and then we have a vector. And so they're basically like shared variables that you can have across your kind of spread of AI controller and blueprint. So, not blueprint, behavior tree. So inside the behavior tree, you can implement the Blackboard. I think on the root. So if you click on this root thing, you'll see there's a Blackboard asset, and you can set it here. So that's like the first connection that we have right here. So I guess whenever the behavior tree is initialized, it's just anywhere that we're using this behavior tree, we can have access to this. And you'll see here like this rotate to face my target. It's using the Blackboard key my target, and it knows that, you know, this is a valid kind of item to use. So, and we can make our own behavior tree tasks, which we'll probably end up doing, and then move to my target. So it uses those things. And then the other piece that the tutorial has is this line of sight thing that we added. You can put that right here on this as a decorator, which maybe we'll do right now. And I think that plays more into like when we lose our line of sight, I think. And that's where that timer piece comes in. So did I actually even set the has line of sight? I did. So it's right here. But I don't ever set it off. I don't ever turn it off. So yeah. So that's kind of a way you can make like a hide and seek and stuff. So yeah. All right, and then I will stop doing my notes and start doing this. Okay, so the next piece we have to do is this patrol piece, okay? And we basically want the enemies to do something other than stand around. So we need them to kind of find a random location and move to it. So So I feel like this could happen just on like a just like on start, you know, like it doesn't need to be triggered by anything, right? Yeah. All right, so just looking at the documentation here for finding a random patrol point. So they have a couple things here. In this step, we find the random patrol task. Our AI moves to a random location when it's not chasing the player. Implement a blueprint tree task is a clever way to quickly iterate. If performance is a concern, you may decide to move to a native behavior tree task. So I don't even know what that is, but maybe it's like a C++ version or something. So it says find the BTT random, use the AI and cast it to the enemy character. So they created a custom blueprint. They make the thing walk slower. Yeah, and then they do this, which is what we do in the Samurai game prototype. We just find random stuff here, and then we use this AI move too, which is like a simple blueprint way to do this stuff. So, sorry, I lost it. Okay. So off the random location. Everything's so complicated in their thing. Why do they have a true false? If they can't find a location, they just set the location to themselves. Okay. All right. Well, this kind of makes sense. Like you can't really expect to do this on your you can't really expect to do this on this here, I guess. So on the controller, I mean, I suppose you could, but it's gonna get triggered by it's gonna live in here, right? So, okay. We also are gonna need a way to, I guess we do want to have that line of sight here. That's interesting. So, okay, we're going to have to put that in there. All right, and then we're going to have to wait it trigger to not be. So this will fail. All right, but let's do this. Okay, so we've got our rotate to location, but what we also need a custom task. Let's see how we create that. We create it somehow. New decorator, new task. All right, so in here, BTTT, find random location. Okay. That's fine. That's kind of what it. All right, and then in here you can do on AI. Let's see. Oh, well, I found this. That's probably what I need. Event. What kind of events can I get? Why doesn't it scroll to the top, which is exactly what I wanted? Okay. Event receive execute AI, I think is what we want here. Okay, so we have that. And then we're gonna get a random thing here, and we need to get our controlled pawn because we want to get their location. So their location. All right, so that's our origin. All right, and then we will need a radius, and let's just do 5,000. Okay. I guess this can have a variable. If I make this a variable, will it be editable in the behavior tree? Okay, let's see. Search radius. Okay. we don't need nav data, we don't need filter, and then all right, I guess we need to do this so that we have both. We'll just do what they did. Okay, so if you failed, we'll do something else, but if you're, okay, and then okay, so here, then we're gonna get our Blackboard, which I'm guessing we can just do. Let's see. This is the thing that's like, get Blackboard value. Oh, maybe we can. Okay. Maybe we don't need to get the Blackboard here. We can just get the Blackboard value because we're part of the behavior tree. And it's a vector. Oh, what's this? That's not good. Okay. Delete. All right, let's see. Get Blackboard. All right, so we have, this doesn't look right either, so, oh man. And then you can get the value, maybe, let's see. Key name, yeah, okay, so this is sort of what I want, but this is not the right one. Get Blackboard. So under AI, all right, let's see what the notes say. Okay, so so this is kind of more of an external way, I think. In here, you can set value. What did I have it before? Set. Okay, set Blackboard value as a vector. Okay, so we have this, and then this key we can promote to a variable. Yeah, okay. So you promote this to a variable, you call it, let's see, patrol location. Is that what we call it in here? Because that's what the, let's go to Blackboard. Patrol location, okay. I think you gotta make sure you have the magic just right. Okay, so patrol location, and then we're gonna add this here. And then this, we're gonna duplicate. And we will, all right, it's gonna be a little messy. Get actual location, false, true. So basically if we don't get something off this random, we're just gonna return ourselves where we are, and that will just, I guess, cause it to succeed. I don't know, stand in place. All right, now, what do you do with these? So once we have this, does it magically know? It does not, okay. See, there's no way to set this. Okay, so let's see. So like this doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it works. I don't know. Okay, and then the last piece we need here is we need to finish execute so that it returns happy. Okay, so both these are successful, and we don't pass these values in. I don't know. This is where like the Blackboard is like really weird to me. Like we just created these Blackboard variables, we named them the same, and then we don't connect them. I don't know. Okay. So now how do we get it to trigger? Let's see. If we go to BP, let's go here. Okay, if this is a not a player, or we weren't successful, we could print this. Let's just see if this even triggers. Print string can't find player. Okay. And then you could set the you could set this thing, right? This one. What? Did that do it? No. Why isn't it working? Control D, right? There we go. All right, and then we'll just set that to false. Let's just see if we go to our guy here. Okay. Did I kill him? Maybe I killed him. Okay, oops. Sorry. That's just the fastest way to go. I almost had him. That's right. You're never gonna catch me. Nope. Oh, there's two now. Okay. Oh, there's gonna be three. All right, one guy can't find me, so that's good. So, but I think they still chase me, even though they can't find me. Right? Okay. So that's where we do this in the behavior tree, which is here. So this is tricky too. You can end up in the Blackboard, but you can't switch to the behavior tree inside the Blackboard, only inside the behavior tree, but did the same. Okay. So in here, we can add a decorator. Check tags on an actor. Hey, look at that. Composite, conditional loop. We might have to make a custom one. Service? No, I think it's this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you can make a decorator with the Blackboard. So let's go add decorator, Blackboard. Okay, so now it has this condition. And over here it says on result change. is not set, is set. Is that what I want? I basically want this to be true, right? For this to work. And then if not, it needs to back out. And we'll call it C player. Okay. I think I don't know, let's look and see what they say for that. So yeah, so we're checking to see if it's set to true. So on the result value change, is that fine? Or does that have to be value change? Maybe it's the result. Well, anyway, I don't know what the difference is between these things. Restart only when the result of evaluated condition is changed. Restart on every change observed by the Blackboard value. All right, I don't know. Okay. Maybe it can keep setting it, but it will keep setting it to true. So, okay. And then on this, they recommend both for this situation. And then, I don't know about priority, but maybe there's a better priority somewhere. But anyway, we've got this. And I don't know why these are blue, but okay. Okay, so here's what this does, okay? If you set this to both, this thing, so the way a behavior tree works is like basically every AI tick, it goes through the tree again, okay? So even if you're on patrol right now, it's gonna still reevaluate and say, okay, well, let's go to our first thing again. Do we see the player? If we see the player, then this value becomes true, right? And then it says, okay, you can see the player. That means we should do this task, right? Because this is true. And if you have aborts both, it will stop doing these, okay? And then it will, although in my brain I don't know why we would need to stop this because it continues to evaluate. But anyway, it will abort these lower priority tasks. So if any of these tasks during a AI tick are like somehow ongoing, I guess you can create ways to keep these like in motion, like they're... but anyway, I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm not quite sure how it works. But anyway, if this is like an ongoing task, but we reevaluate the tree and we see that this decorator, or maybe the decorator is like always listening or something. Anyway, when this value changes, it will stop these tasks. It will stop this wait function, for instance. Like this wait function is 1 second. That's like going to be like 60 frames, right? So this might evaluate 60 times before this is over. Anyway, so it can jump ahead of these if this is set to both. If it was just set to self, it would only break this piece when, this was set to false, right? And I think that's what this does. Yeah, so now these aren't affected anymore. So I guess you can create it so that if you just set it to low priority, it means it will just preference this and have an interrupt. So like maybe you're controlling your enemy's death scene or something in here. Then You'd want that to interrupt everything, right? Okay, so now if we can't see, we're going to do the patrol. So let's see if that works. I don't know. Okay. And I did set it up so that hopefully we set these things correctly. Can't find player, and we go, okay. So now, he can't see me yet. Okay, now he can see me. Now I can't see him. Oh. He's not patrolling though. He's just sitting there. So if we go to our behavior tree, look at that. It's like, it goes here, but then it just flicks to wait. I wonder why. Is our patrol location not set because we have no idea how it works? Probably. Can I even see the patrol location? Let's see. Blackboard. Invalid, it says. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's a step in here that I don't know why that... I question why it would work, so I'm trying to figure out. I probably missed something in here. Okay. Let's go to our Blackboard again real quick. Where'd it go? This one. Do I need to set this in here? That's an interesting question. I mean, it already is parented, right? So open the behavior tree and assign the BB enemy as the Blackboard asset, which is what I did here. Okay. All right, and we have this set up, patrol. This is fine. I believe it's set up exactly how they set it up. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't add our actually find random location. Wow. Okay, so we made it, but we didn't add it to our thing. So we're just rotating to nothing. Okay. So of course we're not setting any variables. We're not calling it. Okay, so here's our patrol. And then we have a wait. Okay, let's see if this works. Wow, that's, yeah. Good job, everybody. All right. Let's see. Okay, now we're here. Gotta get around. Now I can't see, so I don't know what he's doing. He's still standing there. Why are you still standing there, buddy? Alright, let's look at his behavior tree. He's waiting. Okay. We're probably not able to face anything because the blackboard is saying this is invalid still. Okay. Okay, let's debug, huh? Alright, ready, find location. Like, the one thing that's kind of crazy about this is none of this is working at all, right? Like this is failing, I think. I don't even know if these things work. Okay, so let's just print. We're gonna print a couple of things here. We're gonna do this, and then my duplication just does not work this morning. Control D for some reason is broken. Okay. And I would duplicate this, but I'm gonna have to duplicate it like this. Okay. Even that doesn't work. What? Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Okay. There we go. That's fine. Okay, so we want to say, like, failed to find location here, and then, you know what, we'll make this red, okay? And then we will print out the value that we have. And here we'll say found location. All right, let's just see if, I don't think this works personally, but because I don't understand how it works, so. Okay. All right, he's after me. So, okay, so he stops again. Can't find player, found location, found location. Yeah, so that piece is working. So it's not getting the actor, it's not find location, it's this setting the blackboard thing. Okay. All right. I think I remember something about my own findings back in the day, that this instance editable has to be edited, has to be set to true. nothing makes sense, because like, why does this one that's in a behavior tree task need to be set to editable, right? Okay, but we need to, I think that's why. I think that might be it. I don't think we can set them to editable in the actual behavior tree or in here. But I think when you're modifying them in a task, there's something about that flag. Let's try it. All right. Okay, let's get away from this guy. He can't find me. But where is he? Oh, hate the camera. He's still not moving. Still not moving. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now there's another guy finding me. Okay, great. All right, so now I spawned in another guy, but if I go here, I think this is the C0 is the one. It's still invalid. It's still not being set. What is wrong? Okay. All right, I need to look up why this isn't working. Okay, I'm just gonna check in my Hey, hurry up, gamers! I'm working on a samurai game in Greybox right now. Okay. So I made a project in 4.27. So I can't tell if you are still watching Hurry Up Gamers, but I can show you I'll show you the okay, quit Steam VR. I don't really care. Yeah, 4.27 always tries to do VR. I don't know why. So this is the game here. If you're still watching, I fell through the screen though. See, it's in prototype. Let's play it again, just so that we don't have that glitch. Okay, So basically you run around as this little samurai guy and you have this dash attack that cuts off people's heads and things. But we're currently trying to build more production code out of this. So yep. All right, so that's that. Okay, now let's go in here. All right, this is an old project, but I did have this AI rotation thing where I made a video about it because I was like, I need to share this craziness with people. So what does this do? It literally makes this AI rotate and follow you. Okay, so let's stop it. Let's look at this guy. Thank you, Mito, or Mito. Yeah, so trying to debug a behavior tree issue where our variables are just not getting to where they need to be. So we're gonna look at I think this. Let's look at this behavior tree. Come on, open up, don't crash. Why isn't it working? Oh, is it over here? Here we go. All right. All right, I named this key. That's kind of crazy, right? What? So I just created a variable called key and called it a Blackboard key. And I made an instance editable. Okay, is there somewhere else that I need to set this variable? Let's look. Okay. Maybe it's on the Blackboard. Let's look. All right, so this, key target right here. I don't see that. I didn't see that step in Unreal's documentation. So when they set up, they're like, you're done. How about up in here, maybe? Okay, that's fine. Okay, here's the behavior tree layout. Create the behavior tree, attach the Blackboard, selector, AI root, that's fine, chase player. Node name chase player, that's nothing, okay. Patrol, okay, nothing. I think they miss a step. There's a wait. Let's look, is it here? Blackboard key, this one does it for the face thing, okay. That could be why. New task, chase player. Yeah, it's right here, I guess. I missed a step. Always read all the directions, folks. Okay, add move to task and set, well, no. It adds the move to task. It says patrol location. I don't think it ever says to do it with the custom. All right. Just gonna say if I did not miss this, get Blackboard, then that was a lot of time wasted in my life. Okay. This tutorial is pretty good, but it's just I think they just missed this one thing, maybe. I think they missed that. Huh. They probably, I don't know, maybe there's questions on the developer forums about it. All right. I don't know. I may have solved it, but who knows? Okay. Let's go back to behavior tree. Let's go to our find location. And so there is a default set here, but it's set to myself, which is stupid. Okay. I don't know. This might still be invalid, but it's not a self actor is not a vector, so that's probably one of the problems. Okay. Let's try it now. Okay, so basically I really need to change the chase me. Okay. Okay, so he is now off on his merry adventures, but then he saw me, I think. Yeah, cool. All right. He's probably still... Okay, so that guy's on patrol now too. He's just looking for me. Now you can make these guys smarter, right? You could... Now I don't know why this guy's stuck. Why? Oh, did I kill him? It looks like he's been killed. He might be dead. Now the other guy... Okay, so this guy's chasing me. Did I accidentally kill that guy too? I think... No, I didn't. Okay. So... So that's interesting, right? Like, I guess they did the task, they got to me, and it became successful, right? I don't know if there's like a special radius that they have to hit, like, and then they go. But like this guy, I think if I can get in front of them, he's just oblivious. Oh, yeah, so I think if they see you, they switch, right? So, I think I killed somebody. Yep, okay. I'm wondering if the, yeah, in the prototype I made it so that the attack is in front of the player. I think this might create a little bit of a ball behind the player like this. And so if there's an enemy right behind you, it kills them. So, all right, that's fine for now though. Okay, so great. This works. I have a feeling I kind of want to make like a little helper that like has the AI on top of their head so I can see them. So I can see what it is they're doing, but can I grab all this together? Yeah, okay. I think you could make subgraphs and stuff with this, but you might have to make a separate behavior tree. I think if I can comment it, but I can't like group them together. Okay. So yeah, so now we have a patrol or a search. It's not really a search though, I guess. They're just walking around randomly. So yeah, remember to do this. I should probably take a screenshot of that. This is where you take screenshots of stuff. The Shinoxi, I am working on a samurai game. I'm working on the gray box right now, so, but I can show you real quick. This is what the game actually looks like. So, you've got the samurai. He can do these dash attacks, and so that's what that little bean is doing in the game, in the gray box version of the game. So. So, yeah. So basically, this is the prototype of the game that I started to polish and stuff. But I'm going back and refactoring stuff. The project file itself is like messed up. It's not building for some reason. So so that gave me an opportunity to refactor. So that's what I'm doing. The code's not terrible, but yeah, look at that, right? What is going on here? This is just the enemy class here, and I'm currently, redoing this. Is a lot of this is actually the AI for the enemy, right? So, and also ragdolling and stuff. So, we're currently refactoring, building behavior trees so the enemies can be a little smarter than they were before, and then we are also just refactoring to make the nodes nicer so we can modify and grow this game up. So yeah, currently one of the new improvements is we're using actor components for things. So a lot of the health piece is abstracted away. In fact, this health component will manage some of the UI for the health for the player character. But yeah. So currently the player character can't be damaged by the enemy, but you can press spacebar and lose life. Yeah. So hopefully you can kind of see the samurai game inside this game. But so he is after me. You can tell he's got kind of this janky turning. So, okay. Yeah, they must just get to you and then immediately say, okay, we're good. So we'll have once you're within a certain attack radius, we'll trigger an attack, right? All right, I gotta fix this camera. I think I set this camera to be precisely what it is in the other version, but it's not really serving my current purposes. So, two things we're gonna do. We're going to make this 2000, why not? And then we're going to, let's enable some lag, why not? It looks nice. And then where is this probe size? If you set this to 0, it should just, or no, maybe let's do a collision test. Yeah. This will make it so that we can go behind a wall and it's not going to do anything, which is fine. So now we can kind of, he's off on his adventures. See? Now we can sort of see him while he's off on his adventures. We're stealthing. Oh no. Quick, hide behind this. So, yeah, the behavior changes pretty quick with line of sight, I think. Like if you can get around the enemy, they immediately forget about you, which I think is what the timer was for. So he's pretty relentless. I don't know if he does eventually decide to. So like that guy should have seen me, but I don't know. He's just gonna follow me. I think I killed him. See, like that's weird, but anyway, we'll figure that out later. Yeah. All right. We are at 7:30, and we have created a behavior tree that will find the player, lose track of them, and patrol, and maybe sit around for 1 second. I don't know. I guess we could make this higher, but I'm not really interested in waiting for this. All right, let's see what happens when we do that. All right, fine. Go on your patrol. Okay. Just want to see if he stops and chills for 4 seconds. He's not really stopping. He's kind of just getting another location. Maybe it only happens if he can't find a valid location to go to. I don't know. Yeah, because it's kind of a sequence. So unless the location thing fails, I don't think it's going to do anything. Because it's just going to keep hitting this. I don't think it ever goes to this unless this is invalid. So you could create like a randomer in here to make it like choose different things too. So I don't think you can do that in a decorator, can you? You can create a decorator that does that though. Just like a coin flip or something. You can do a forced success. Yeah, so a cone check. Okay. So anyway, we could add some sort of randomizer in these to like be like if we're not attacking or whatever. And so that's the other thing. Once you do this, you probably will have a check that says like, are we close? How close are we? Instead of chasing, maybe we attack, and maybe that's over here as the first thing we do. So that'd be kind of next. Probably. That is the last thing on my list of stuff for enemies. So, yeah. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and tomorrow is Friday, so I think we will go back to the random show, which is where I kind of randomly work on some other side project that's not this project, although I feel like we're making good progress here. I think once I gray box the level, I'll add in some of the graphics again to make it look nice, because then we'll be kind of getting into a possible demo phase. Why not? Yeah, so Fridays I've been working on kind of just playing around with some like space game mechanics, so I usually don't get very far, but I have a cool old project that has a lot of space game mechanic stuff. So, oh man, my toe, that stinks, yeah. So I just have been migrating to another project. That's how I've been doing it. So I couldn't recreate it, actually. Couldn't recreate the compiler issue when I moved my key components over. Even some of like the store assets, I brought those over. It was fine. So yeah, I can even show you what it. We can, if you want some real riveting stuff here, we can do a cook, and you'll see. I'll show you. Watch it like works. That would be crazy. No, there it is. Oops. Yeah. So it's like it starts with like a warning, and then it's like the build in the engine source, in the private, in the file manager generic C++ file, which of course I didn't touch. I would, and then it hates this shader, which this is not a shader that I think anyone on the planet touches. So it failed to create this file. And someone said that it has to do with like file length, but okay, the file name is swordgame424, so it doesn't seem very long, and it's not like too deep into another folder structure, so but like obviously these are engine files, so they go even deeper. So unless you're supposed to have like a 2-word game file or something, I don't know. Yeah, so I wonder if yours is exactly the same. A new install on Windows. I can't code stuff in C++. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not actually using C++ for this project. I think I converted this project to C++ to try to fix this, but I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not more stuff like this online, but it just feels like something got corrupted. And my only other like suspicion is I'm using like Git source control, but I didn't do anything like crazy with it either. I may have like discarded changes a few times, but yeah, I've never tried to like, merge a branch in or anything like that. It's just a backup, so. Yeah. Yeah, I like Blueprint just for the, in some ways I feel like it's a little bit faster for me, but I haven't really given C++ a chance actually. So I do programming for my regular job, but that's like Java and JavaScript. And I used to do C# in Unity, so, but Blueprint's just so nice. I don't know, yeah. Yeah, if I was using C++, Git would be amazing, right? That would be totally, totally helpful. But yeah, using the binary files is just ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, Java. I know it's yeah, it's a Spring Boot too. So yeah, it's even more magical than regular Java. Yeah. But so yeah, one of these days I'll get into the C++ stuff, but I just I don't know. With limited time, it's hard to like try to really learn it, So yeah. But I imagine it's similar to the C# stuff in Unity, where you just kind of understand the Unreal API, and C++ is just how it happens to be implemented. So. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. I have to actually get going. I got to get ready for the rest of the workday here, but thank you for tuning in. I stream mostly every weekday morning. That's starting at 6:30. So. So. still works in the editor. Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Thanks. All right, I'll see you later.